One of the fastest piston engine fighters ever built. A Korean War veteran, an aircraft credited with shooting down a MiG-15 jet fighter. And now, finally, a brand new state-of-the-art model in 1/32nd scale. Today, we're taking a close look at the new DBMK Hawker Sea Fury FB.11 and comparing it to every major 1/32nd Sea Fury kit that came before it. Is this the definitive Sea Fury model? Let's get into it. The real aircraft. The Hawker Sea Fury was the final piston-engine fighter developed for the Royal Navy and is widely regarded as one of the finest piston fighters ever built. Designed by legendary Hawker engineer Sidney Cam, the Sea Fury represented the ultimate evolution of the Hawker fighter line. Powered by the Bristol Centaurus, producing more than 22,400 horsepower, the Sea Fury could exceed 460 miles per hour while maintaining excellent handling characteristics. The aircraft entered Fleet Air Arm service in 1947 and quickly became one of the most respected naval fighters in the world. During the Korean War, Sea Furies flew fighter escort, armed reconnaissance, and ground attack missions from Royal Navy carriers. Its most famous combat action occurred on August 9, 1952, when Lieutenant Peter Carmichael participated in an engagement that resulted in a Sea Fury being credited with the destruction of a MiG-15 jet fighter. That achievement made the Sea Fury one of the last piston-engine aircraft to score a victory against a jet aircraft in aerial combat. Today, the Sea Fury is often considered the ultimate piston-engine naval fighter. Enter DBMK. For years, Sea Fury fans have had limited choices in 1/32nd scale. Then DBMK announced an all-new kit developed using modern techniques and LiDAR scans of a surviving aircraft. According to DBMK and early reviewers, the kit was designed from detailed measurements of a preserved Sea Fury airframe. The result is a completely new tool model featuring modern engineering and detail levels that simply weren't available when earlier kits were released. What's in the box? The DBMK kit contains over 330 plastic parts, more than 100 photo-etched parts, cartograph decals, 7 marking options, folded or extended wing options, multiple weapons configurations, detailed cockpit, detailed wheel wells, positionable control surfaces. HyperScale reviewer Brent Green described the kit as highly detailed with thoughtful engineering and excellent surface textures. One thing that immediately stands out is the surface detail. Panel lines are crisp, rivets are restrained, and the cockpit and wheel wells are packed with detail right out of the box. This is very much a modern large-scale kit. How does it compare to previous Sea Fury kits? This is where things get interesting. For many years, there were really only two major Sea Fury options in 1/32nd scale. The Hobbycraft kit and the Fisher model and pattern resin kit. Let's compare them. Hobbycraft Sea Fury. Released in 2006, the Hobbycraft kit gave modelers an affordable Sea Fury in large scale. Unfortunately, it quickly developed a reputation for accuracy issues, fit problems, and simplified detail. The cockpit was basic, the wheel wells lacked detail. Many builders felt the shapes of certain components needed correction. In fact, Fisher Model and Pattern eventually released multiple correction sets and upgrade sets specifically designed to improve the Hobbycraft kit. Those sets addressed the cockpit, wheel wells, propeller, landing gear, and even offered a folding wing conversion. The Hobbycraft kit could certainly be turned into an excellent model, but it often requires substantial aftermarket investment and additional work. Fisher Model and Pattern Sea Fury. Then came Fisher. For many large-scale aircraft modelers, the Fisher Sea Fury became the gold standard. Released as a premium multimedia resin kit, it featured outstanding casting quality, excellent accuracy, beautiful surface detail, and innovative engineering. Builders praised accurate shapes, beautiful resin castings, optional folded wings, detailed cockpit, brass landing gear, excellent decals. The downside? It was expensive. It was resin, and it required experience working with multimedia kits. Unfortunately, after the devastating California wildfires of 2018 destroyed Paul Fisher's business, the Sea Fury disappeared from production. Existing kits now command very high prices on the collector's market. Where does DBMK fit? The DBMK kit appears to combine the best features of both previous kits. Like the Fisher kit, it offers modern accuracy, exceptional detail, and multiple display options. Like the Hobbycraft kit, it is injection molded and accessible to a much larger audience. But unlike either of those kits, DBMK benefits from 20 years of advances in CAD design, tooling technology, and manufacturing techniques. HyperScale described the kit as having crisp surface textures, excellent detail, and thoughtful engineering, and a sensible balance between detail and buildability. That may be the key phrase, a sensible balance between detail and buildability. What reviewers are saying? Early reactions have been overwhelmingly positive. HyperScale's Brent Green concluded that the DBMK had delivered a modern and highly detailed Sea Fury and awarded the kit a highly recommended rating. Modelers on large-scale planes have expressed optimism that the kit will finally provide a modern alternative to both the Hobbycraft and Fisher offerings. Several builders specifically noted hopes that it would surpass Hobbycraft while still approaching the quality of the highly regarded Fisher release. That is probably the highest compliment a new Sea Fury can receive. Strengths. The strengths appear to be outstanding surface detail, excellent cockpit, detailed wheel wells, folding wing option, modern tooling, multiple marking choices, high quality decals, comprehensive weapons load. For Sea Fury enthusiasts, that's an impressive list. Possible challenges. No kit is perfect. Potential challenges include large part count, excessive photo etch, complex landing gear assembly, large display footprint, premium price point. This doesn't look like a beginner's kit. I'd place it firmly in the intermediate to advanced category. Final verdict. For years, large-scale Sea Fury builders faced a choice. Build the affordable, but flawed, Hobbycraft kit, or spend serious money hunting down a rare Fisher resin kit. Now there's a third option, and it may be the best option yet. Based on everything we've seen so far, DBMK appears to have delivered a modern, highly detailed, accurate Sea Fury that combines the best features of its predecessors while avoiding many of their shortcomings. If you're a fan of Fleet Air Arm aircraft, Korean War aviation, or simply beautiful piston engine fighters, this kit deserves a very close look. And it may very well become the new benchmark for Hawker Sea Fury in 1/32nd scale. And that's saying something. Outro. Have you built the Hobbycraft Sea Fury? Were you lucky enough to own the Fisher kit? And will you be adding the new DBMK release to your collection? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And remember, we're not just building models, we're bringing them to life.